Hey, you're watching Inside Oxford on Rogers TV. So glad you're here. I'm Brad Jensen. Yesterday, we sent our Cracker Jack reporters, Dez Nanassy and Kaylin Wilkins, down the 401 to go seek out Janna Polzin. And they found her at the Prince of Wales Theatre because they want to talk about The Sound of Music. Check this out.
Hi, this is Dez Nanassy coming to you from Toronto, Ontario, Princes of Wales Theatre, home to the Canadian production of The Sound of Music, and now home to Woodstock's own sweetheart, Janna Polzin. How are you, Janna?
Very, very well, thank you.
Great. So first, let us know when, where, how the phone call for this job.
Oh.
What were you feeling like?
I was sitting on my couch at home, pretty sure watching television of some sort, and my agent called and she just said, "So, do you want to be Maria?" I said, "Of course." And then she said, "Well, we're still kind of working out the details." And I told Mervish I'd let them know tomorrow morning. I'm like, "Call them back, just say yes, just say yes." Right away, she's like, "I thought I'd give you the night to think about it," but I said, "I definitely don't need time to think." Of course, I'd love to do it. So as it works out, I'm the alternate, 2 shows a week, Wednesday nights and Saturday afternoons, and it's been amazing.
Those 2 shows enough for you, or do you eventually want to?
I'd eventually like to. It depends how the run goes. You know, who knows what's going to happen. My contract's only for a year. Who knows if it's going to run longer. I'd hope it runs longer. And I don't know if they're going to do a tour. I don't know if they want to move to Broadway. Who knows what they're going to do with it. So I'm just going to keep my options open, and I'd love to stay with it. I definitely love to do more shows, but right now 2 is fantastic, and I'm easing my way into it.
Good, good. Now the rehearsal process. Let us know about that. How crazy was it? Were you rehearsing with Alicia too at the same time?
Yeah. We would kind of have a sit down and all talk about whoever was in the scene. We'd all sit down and talk with the director about the scene. You know, what are the events that happened? What does your character feel? Where did you just come from? And then Alicia would kind of get up and work it, and we'd work out some blocking issues and stuff like that. And then I'd watch it, and then I'd get up after and do it a couple times as well. So, and then we had certain days once we did the whole show, she'd do some runs, and then I would do some runs, and we'd have afternoons where it was just me working on stuff. Or times where it was just her. So it really worked out, and the directors and everyone have been really great about if I don't have enough time, or if I don't feel like I'm getting enough time, just tell them and they'll give me more time, or if I feel like they're giving me too much, then I can tell them. So they've just been really great about keeping the whole process open to communication. Yeah.
Now, what else is going on with Janna? You have a new website?
A new website, yes. My boyfriend and I put that up recently. I'm pretty proud of it. I wanted it up definitely before opening, just in case people, want to check it out. What else? I filmed a couple episodes of Degrassi, which will be airing. I'm not sure what dates they're airing, but I'll keep everyone posted on that. What else? I'm doing a couple fundraisers here and there, something in Toronto, something in Carlisle. For right now, I'm kind of just focusing on this, but there's definitely room for auditioning for other things, and who knows what's going to happen later on. I'll probably get bored and then want to put out an album or want to do something, who knows.
Now, for all your fans in Woodstock, what was it like being home for Cowpalooza, getting the key to the city, a Janna Polzin Day, probably a car named after you next door?
It was unreal. It was absolutely unreal. I never expected that kind of response from Woodstock, and it was just so fantastic to finally go back and to say thank you in person. And I have a little spot. I put a little nail in the wall and put the key. It's hanging in my bedroom, and I look at it before I go into the closet. And it was just so nice to be able to come back and see what that show did for the community, and it's amazing how singing on television can get people so excited about something, and the amount of people that came up to me and said, "I feel like I know you just because you were in my living room every Sunday for 2 months." So it was wild. It was really wild.
Did that show make you a better performer?
Oh yes, absolutely. There's no way it couldn't. We went through so much stuff that it was so stressful and so wonderful and exciting, and basically, if I could get through that, I think I could kind of get through anything. Not to say it was a bad experience, because it wasn't at all, but you really got forced into learning things and doing it on the spot because you had to, because it was live television. So it was a great learning curve.
Most people might not know you are also an artist.
Yes.
And actually a very good artist. You want to speak about that and let them...
Yeah, for sure. It's funny because I have to be here for every show, just backstage as an understudy. And so I decided I might as well start painting, because I did end up selling a lot of paintings from the CBC show. I had a lot of people calling and saying they were interested. So I don't have much left, so I have to start making more. And I've already made 2, I think, in the past couple days that I just hang up in the dressing room, and I'll get some photos of those and put them on the website. So
any fights between you and Alicia?
Oh, no.
Any push down the stairs, I want today's gig?
Put some pearls on the stairs and push it out? No, not at all. It's been so great having someone who's been through the audition
The
process.
exact same process.
Yeah. And we can go back and say, oh, do you remember that day? It was crazy. And yeah, it's been really great. She's been a lot more busy than I have because she's also been doing a lot more press stuff and media stuff while rehearsing all the time. So I can't imagine what she's going through right now, but she's handling it so well, and she's really keeping calm about it all and letting it all just soak in. And
Any advice for any budding young theater?
Oh, just stick with it.
Yeah.
Stick with it and have fun with it and do what you want. And if it's your dream, go for it. Because you never know what's going to happen.
Make sure you catch Janna every Wednesday evening and Saturday matinee performance. In previews right now. Shows begin next week. Make sure you come down and see her. Outside the Princess of Wales Theatre in Toronto, Ontario, I'm Dez Nanassy, inside Oxford.
Hey, this is Janna Polzin, and you're watching Inside Oxford.